News.
Making headlines this morning, Malcolm Turnbull's turmoil, a reshuffle on the cards, but is he playing his last hand? Off the hook, the man behind the notorious Utegate affair escapes parliamentary punishment. In sport, Rugby League's bad boy Greg Bird is cleared of legal charges, and now the race is on for his signature.
Then in finance, the RBA paints a rosy future as construction soars, making a pre-Christmas rate rise more likely.
Let's whip around the country and take a check of the weather. Brisbane, mostly sunny, 29 degrees. Sydney, mostly sunny, 26. Canberra, late thunder, 33 degrees. Melbourne, thunderstorms, 29. Hobart, cloud increasing, 23. Adelaide, showers easing, 26 degrees. Perth, mostly sunny and 23. And some late thunder in Darwin with a top of 33. Malcolm Turnbull will reshuffle his front bench by Christmas, trying to restore his authority on a coalition shattered by the ETS deal. Having survived a leadership challenge, Mr Turnbull is now promising a new approach.
The Leader of the Opposition.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Order.
Bruised but alive, Malcolm Turnbull has promised to work on his people skills. He saw off a challenge from Kevin Andrews, but if just 7 Liberal MPs had changed their vote, Malcolm Turnbull today would be history.
Malcolm was very humble at the end of it.
And I think that should be a clear message that things have to be done differently in the future.
Message apparently received.
Even somebody as quiet and unassuming as myself can can improve. We've all got to work on our interpersonal skills.
He's not about to go all cuddly, though. Malcolm Turnbull has brutal decisions to make in the next 2 weeks. First of all, which of the dissidents who've made his life hell over the last few weeks he needs to punish, which of his supporters need rewarding with promotions. We'll know by Christmas. 3 junior frontbenchers got in early and quit. At least 17 coalition senators will defy Malcolm Turnbull and vote against the amended emissions trading scheme. Even so, it will be passed by next week, having utterly fractured the Conservative side of Australian politics.
Clearly this issue has done us incredible damage, and I hope the Australian people forgive us.
Hugh Rimmington, 10 News.
Godwin Gretsch, whose fake email sparked the notorious Utegate affair, has escaped punishment by Parliament. In a 100-page report, the powerful Senate Privileges Committee found the Treasury official did give false evidence to a Senate committee, but because of Mr Gretsch's mental frailty, they couldn't conclude he intended to mislead the committee, and no further action will be taken. The committee, with a major Labor majority, also cleared Liberal Senator Eric Abetz of any contempt. Queensland Police resumed a search at dawn this morning for a teenage reveller thought to have drowned in the Gold Coast surf. They've described this year's schoolies event as worse than most, with more arrests and drunkenness.
A worrying, frustrating night. Police have repeatedly warned a schoolie could drown in the frequent drunken surf rampages.
I just don't appreciate how hard it is to locate a swimmer or a lost swimmer in the ocean at night.
Now their fears may be fact. An older teenager claimed someone was in trouble in the surf. A huge search failed to find them, but it's continuing. This year's schoolies has been described as worse than most, with 40 arrests a day. Senior police believe some see a night in the watch house as a badge of honour. One teenager was cautioned for trying to sell his mother's hormone pills as ecstasy.
It's concerning that a 16-year-old put his entrepreneurial skills towards trying to sell or pass off pills as illicit drugs.
And in a related issue, angry Townsville parents slammed a high school that gave stubby coolers to graduating students.
I don't think kids should be drinking at 17.
The issue of stubby coolers to leaving students is probably inappropriate and could send a very dangerous message.
But on the Gold Coast, drinking already seems to be well established among the class of 2009. Mark Sulo, 10 News.
Police in Sydney looking for a double murder suspect now believe someone is helping him to avoid being found. Anthony Waterlow was caught on a security camera taking out cash from an ATM just a few kilometres from where his sister and father, Chloe and Nick Waterlow, were stabbed to death 2 weeks ago.